Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for February 21st. What a night. All access customers had last night. 6 wins, 1 loss. And of course, I'm stewing about the 1 loss, but 6-1 on Thursday night. We nailed another free play on top of that. So you guys can bet we are absolutely going back for more on Friday. I saw something today that always makes my heart skip a little bit. I was going through the opening numbers for Friday, and right on the top, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, there goes my companion, 10 o'clock Eastern Time, Major League Baseball exhibition numbers. And I know, hey, look, I know they're exhibition numbers. I know the starters are going to throw an inning. Look, it is a awesome time of year when you start getting into baseball. So very excited to see that. It's the first time I've seen that. This year. I don't even think I saw a line on that Cubs-Dodgers game today, but we didn't get involved in that. But they'll have 5 exhibition games on the Major League schedule tomorrow, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's get into it, checking in on our all-access numbers as we head into Friday's card. Now, this video is being recorded a little bit after midnight on Friday. The good news for that is basically the reason for that, I should say, the reason for that is watching the Four Nations tournament. Had some people over, so that ended, and then I went to go do my video. But the good news also in relation to that is all my numbers are updated, so everything we talk about today is 100% updated. So here we go. All access numbers over the last 7 days. Customers have now crushed 61% winners, good for 656 units of profit. Number 1 at Pickdawgz.com. Our 30-day total continues to produce incredible numbers. 61% winners, good for 4,509 units of profit. That's also number 1 at Pickdawgz.com. So that number also includes an incredible run on overall totals. Right now, 86-45, 66% winners, 3,728 units of profit. Just to break it down a little bit more for you, all access customers, well, on a 10-1 run overall, including 15-5 on sides, and an incredible 90-46 run on overall total, 66% winners. And just to give you, when I give out these numbers, just to give you a little bit of an insight, I keep track. Now, I know Pick Dawgz keeps track of 7-day, 30-day, 90-day total, and overall total, but I also like to keep track of sides and totals, just so I have an understanding of where I am in each. And I only will give those numbers to you if they're over 60%. So if I say, well, we're on a 10-1 run overall, yeah, that's because I went under 60% for a second and then hit the reset button and then went on that 10-1 run. So that's why the numbers have a little bit of a discrepancy in them. But 90-46 in overall totals, we haven't dipped below that 60% mark in quite some time, over 136 selections. So I just wanted to clarify that. Obviously, we just, no matter how you slice it, we continue to dominate bookmakers. So please, if you're not an all-access customer right now, consider doing so on Friday. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. Before we get to your free selection, let's just take a look at how Friday's all-access card is shaping up. And you know what, guys? We're going to dive right into the MLB exhibition games with 3 plays, and there's a reason for that. I have complete confidence in the information that I've been gathering over the month and a half, while a lot of people will shy away from that. And the reason I don't shy away, if there's minor league pitchers starting and minor leaguers involved in the lineup, which usually is early on, I don't shy away from that because I really focus on minor league baseball. I have, as much as, I've talked about college baseball on here as well. So as long as I can get an idea where the lineups are going to be or what the lineups are going to be, and it is tricky. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. It is tricky early on to get that information, but if I have a grasp of where I think it might be going, I will get involved in the play, and certainly will know who the pitchers are. So I know about the pitchers. I know about who's going to be middle relief, and who's going to be coming in after. I guess no really middle relief when we're talking about exhibition play this time of year, but very confident because I follow the PCL and the International League very closely. A lot of the Southern League I've followed, a lot of Double-A ball that I keep my eye on, as well as college baseball. So just all that, I guess, is just justification for putting up exhibition games. I do really like exhibition play because I think you have a big edge, especially when they start putting up totals. But we'll talk about that, and I'll get into that a little bit more as the weeks go on. We do have a 20-game college basketball card to dissect, starting with Bowling Green in Toledo, 6 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 o'clock Pacific. And as you know, we swept another college basketball card, and I'm back to extend that 71-42 run, that 63% winners overall. We're on a small 10-4 college basketball streak on the sides, but our college basketball totals 62-32. That's 66% winners, 2,579 units. And as I said before, that's me taking, keeping track of those numbers. So let's break it down a little bit cleaner. Over the last 7 days, we produced 60% winners and another 60% winners over the last 30 days. That's plus 1,649 units. That's number one at pickdawgz.com. So that brings our 90-day total to 58% winners, plus 3,572 units of profit and 3,579 units of profit this entire season. The NBA 9-game card on tap. We'll start things off with Memphis and the Magic. 7 o'clock Eastern Time will be your tip. 4 o'clock Pacific. We smashed another NBA card last night, running our current run to 44-23, 66% winners, just under 2,000 units won. And surprisingly, our only loss on Thursday came on an NBA total selection. And I say surprisingly because we've had 38 winners in our last 50 selections of NBA totals, and that comes out to 76% winners. So I don't always expect a loss in the NBA, especially on totals, but we had one. Our only one on Thursday was an NBA total play. Over the last 30 days, customers are cashing 64% winners, 1,829 units of profit, number one at pickdawgz.com. So don't miss out on tomorrow's card. All plays and all records documented daily at pickdawgz.com. Just going back to the majors real quick, I do have my Major League Baseball early bird season pass locked and loaded at Pick Dawgz. We're going to have an incredible season, so if you're just interested in baseball, check that out. That price will be up there until the first pitch of the regular season of Major League Baseball. And that in regular season meaning the games in Tokyo between the Los Angeles Dodgers and Chicago Cubs. That's going to add up to a pretty strong 9-game schedule. Definitely in the hoops, and baseball's hit and miss, but very confident, and that's why I feel confident in putting those games up. But if you're not, you can gloss over those and take the basketball plays tomorrow. So there's plenty of reasons to become an All Access customer if you haven't so far. I thank everyone who did on Thursday. It's been overwhelming, and already overwhelming so far this early on Friday morning. Of course, we have something for everyone, but our best and most popular package is our annual All Access Pass. You get every play that I release for one low price from now to this time next year for just $4.11 a day. Okay. On to our free play, back to college basketball. We go to rotation number 885, 886, Michigan State, heading to Ann Arbor to take on the Michigan Wolverines. Michigan is a 2.5 point favorite, total 152.5. Michigan State 21-5 straight up, 16-9-1 ATS, 17-9 to the under. Spartans bounce back after that loss against Indiana as a double-digit favorite with wins against Illinois and Purdue. They're 3-1-1 in their last 5 games ATS, while cashing 3 straight unders in 6 of their last 7. I mean, Spartans bounced back in their last game. Michigan's 20-5 straight up, 12-13 ATS, 14-11 to the over. Wolverines have won 6 straight games and 12 of their last 14 overall. That has not translated into consistent covers. They've only covered 1 game in their last 9. That one was in their last game against Ohio State as a 1-point underdog. That was 5 days ago. 4 of the last 5 games, check that, 4 of the last 6 games have cashed unders. And we know about Michigan State. They like to play a quick transition game, even though I think past teams have been a lot better than the Spartans of this season have been in the transition game. But they do get to the free throw line a ton, which you know how much I like that when I'm trying to go over a total. They're as good as anyone in the country at doing that. And when they get to the free throw line, they shoot over 80%. They are also terrific at rebounding. They go deep into their lineup. So we don't really have a lot of lulls as far as offense is concerned. We've talked about this before, that if you don't have a deep bench or a bench you can rely on, sometimes when the reserves come in, teams can go on a long run of not scoring. And that's not good when you're looking at the over. That is not the case with Michigan State. Michigan, well, they like to confuse teams on defense. I'm not sure that's going to work against Michigan State, but they will switch 1 through 4. But the problem with that is you're going to have a size mismatch, especially down low in this matchup. And you're going to be dominated at times by teams who are extremely active in the paint, which Michigan State is. And we do know that putting a small defender on a guy like Jackson Kohler is not exactly what you want to do defensively, but that's what they like to do. Now, they might change that up. We might see them play a lot more zone than they normally do. We'll see how it goes. But I think overall that we're going to still see Michigan State get to the free throw line quite a bit, and I think they're going to have their way down low with Michigan as well. I do think that Michigan is going to bring their guards and wings in to help with the rebounding, because if they don't, I think Michigan State has a massive edge there. State is one of the better teams to create offense in quality shots off their sets. They're not a great three-point shooting team, but they do run their offense well, and they do seem to get quality opportunities inside the arc. The Wolverines are one of the best shooting teams in the country, and I think that's going to allow them to do their part to push this game over the total, while Michigan State's bigs should have a big night. And I think they're going to get to the free throw line quite a bit, as they do pretty much all season long. So we're going to, this 152.5 to me is a very generous number. So we're going to go under 152, or check that, over 152.5 as your free play for Friday. Now go to pickdawgz.com, where every individual play and every discounted long-term pass is locked and loaded, including my annual all-access pass for just $4.11 a day. I can't thank you enough for joining me. You guys have been incredible. Thank you so much for putting your trust and your money behind me, and hopefully I've rewarded you in return. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your wagers on Friday.